more nervous for? Lockie, your first showdown or first press conference?
Well, it was the biggest crowd I've played in front of, so the showdown was pretty nerve-wracking, but thanks to my teammates, I was able to go in with sort of a cool, calm and collected mindset and just have fun, and it was a good night.
You obviously had an amazing game. When you get that first goal under your belt in front of a crowd like that, does it give you a big lift and your confidence starts to grow throughout the game? You take it through the game.
Yeah, look, it was a good confidence builder for myself, but what was probably more pleasing was, as a forward group, we went into the game with a few key focuses, and we were able to execute those on the night and helped us get the win.
Did you have a point to prove as a forward group? You've been standardly criticised a little bit about your skills and execution and those sorts of things. Did it feel good to prove people wrong, maybe?
No, look, we're a really tight-knit forward group, and we've always had confidence in ourselves to get the job done, and I think that probably showed on the weekend. We had a few guys stand up, but everyone sort of played their role in the night, and that's what helped us get the win.
We have a lot of players say that when you lose a showdown in this town, it's pretty rough to walk around for the next week. How did your week been?
Yeah, my week's been pretty good. It's always a lot easier coming into the club with a win, but as I said, we just have a few key focuses heading into the game, and when we can execute those in review, it's always a positive thing, and we take positives even when we lose. So to get the win's good, but yeah, look, we're all pretty happy.
You sort of said after the match that you had a belief, even though you trailed most of the match, that in that last quarter you could run them over. What does that sort of belief moving forward do for the group, and what does a win like that do for the group for the rest of the season?
Yeah, as I said, look, great confidence builder for us as a group. But what we talked about pre-game and during the game, and at three-quarter time as well, was just having trust in each other, trust in our teammates and our game plan to get the job done. And yeah, we were able to run over the top of them in the end. It wasn't pretty, but we got the win, and that's all that matters.
Just your third game, were you surprised that you were able to have that level of impact on the game?
Look, my third game, I'm just trying to cement myself as one of the team. I'm trying to do the best that I can, and to have an impact on the game was pleasing for myself. But as a forward group, we're always just trying to play as a team, and we had a few guys step up on the night, but that's how we go into every week. If someone has a down game, someone else steps up. So it was a good performance from the whole forward line.
I think before round 22, you went into Nick's office and said, I'm ready to play, I can do a job. I guess, how much are you enjoying being at AFL level at the moment?
Oh, I'm loving it. I've always loved my footy since I was a little kid, and to be able to play on the big stage is pretty special. So I'm just happy to be able to play footy.
Talk us through a few of those strikes. Well, there's one from pretty much where Dorso kicked the winner. You had one earlier in the night. It was a beautiful set shot. Just talk us through how you're able to execute your 4 goals.
Yeah, look, my goal kicking's been something that I've been working on since I got to the club. With the forward coaches in particular, Matty Wright, he's helped me a lot in that space, and it was good just to get a bit of reward for effort on the night.
You say that also, I had a shot from here. It doesn't start outside the right post. It's a straight kick.
No, look, I was pretty happy that Dorso had the kick. He's, one of the best kicks we have on the team, so I was glad that he had the ball in his hands.
Who was closer? Who was closer, Kelly or?
Oh, I'm not sure. I can't remember much of the last 2 minutes. It was a pretty crazy time, but yeah, as I said, it was just pleasing that Dawes could put it through.
What was the feeling like in the group when you're watching that final kick back? I watched like 4 or 5 blokes go like that, everyone was landing sideways through the ball back. What was it like for you boys watching it back?
Yeah, well, I was right on the goal line, and I'll admit, off the boot, I wasn't too sure, but it went through in the end, and it was pretty crazy scenes after that, as you've all seen.
Have you always had, I guess, taking so much time with your run-ups? You got close to, I guess, the 20, 30 seconds or something a couple of times.
Yeah, look, that's just my routine. It's something I've worked on since I've got to the club. That's the way I do it, and hopefully I don't get called for play on.
What about the one in the goal square? Like a bit of imagination there, just half a chance. And is that something that you've added to your game, just the ability to sort of shark and create things?
Yeah, look, I think I got brought to the club based on my aerial contest, and something that I've been working on is about my follow-up work, and I've had a lot of help from other players, you know, guys like Tex and Elliot, and Fogg's really good at that, his follow-up work. So yeah, I've taken inspiration from them to sort of create the contest in the air, but follow up on the ground as well and create opportunities that way.
Speaking of Tex, he's in the frame. Could you potentially keep him out of the team?
Comments about selection, I'm not too sure about that. You'll probably have to ask Nixie about that one, but yeah, we'd love to have Tex back if and when he's ready. He's a great contributor to our team and an important part of our football club, so yeah, we'd love to have him back.
Well, you'd be hard pressed if you dropped. You kicked 4 and that went a long way to winning the game. So did Elliot. I suppose it just leaves Das. When you look at what Tex has done in the last couple of weeks, mate, how much of a boost will it be for you guys if he is picked and he plays Essendon? What does he provide at that forward line for you?
Oh, I think we all know what Tex is like on and off the field. He's a great leader and a great role model for us younger players. So if and when he is selected, we'd love to have him in the team. And you know, we all know what he'll provide. So yeah, we'll see what happens with selection, but I'll leave that to Nixie.
How you sort of touched on it a little bit. How instrumental has he been?
Oh, Tex has been unbelievable for me. Since I got to the club, he's helped me on the field, off the field, and you know, he's a great friend and a great mentor. So yeah, we all love Tex.
How have you developed since you've come to the club? I think people say you're the skinniest person they've ever seen when you first walked through the doors.
Yeah, look, I had a lot of work to do in the physical space. I was probably underweight. So I've just been working hard in that space, both in the gym and, you know, with my eating habits, just to put on weight and get stronger. And yeah, I think I've made some good progress that way. But you know, if you look at the other boys in the team, there's a lot bigger boys. So I think I've got a long way to go still.
What's the secret? Your 100 gags and free food. Like, just for everyone at home, how do you put on a lot of weight as a big guy?
Look, it's about having a special meal plan that I've worked out with the dietitian we have at the club. For me personally, it was about eating as much as I could, as frequently as I could. So, you know, when I first got to the club, it was sort of six meals a day, and just being consistent in that space. And it's worked so far, but as I said, a long way to go still.
How much have you put on?
It'd be about 15 kilos since I got to the club.
What's the goal? Yeah. How long do you go?
6 meals and then function.
Well, I'll admit it was pretty tough at the start, but you sort of get used to it, and you know, taking inspiration from other guys and just speaking to them to sort of learn from them has been pretty crucial for me.
Just in the game on the weekend, you did look pretty strong. How do you find going up against some of those bigger bodies?
Oh, look, I'm still getting used to it. I didn't play any sort of over 18 footy until I was drafted, and even in my first year we didn't get to play much in the sample, so I'm getting used to it and I'm just working on that in that space. But you know, guys like Tex and Elliot and Darcy are really helpful. You know, going up against them at training, and the defenders as well has helped me progress in that space.
How do you reckon you'd go? How do you rate the wrestle with Mackenzie? Do you feel you won that one?
I don't think I won, and I don't think I'll be doing it again. It probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, so yeah.
You put on 15 kilos. Do you have a goal, like, you know, that you're going to stop that, or?
Yeah, I do have a goal in mind, but I'm still working towards that, so yeah, still a way to go, but hopefully in the next couple of years we'll sort of hit that weight goal and then focus on maintaining that.
Who does the cooking?
I cook a bit myself, and my roommate Paddy Parnell, he's also on the weight gain program, so we work together well to figure that out.
There was a little bit spoken about after the game on the presentation between the rivalry between the two sides. Can you give us a bit more insight into what that was about, and whether that was a motivator towards the end of the game to get you over the line?
Yeah, look, I think we all know what the Showdown's about. It's a two-team town, and someone put it to us during the week that the Showdown splits the state in half. You know, and there's people who don't watch footy, but you're either on one side or the other. So all I can say is that the crowd was pretty crazy, and I think the fans helped us get over the line in the end, especially in that last sort of 5 minutes. They were pretty loud, and yeah, we love that. We love our fans.
Does it bring the group a bit of joy that the club around the road at number three?
Yeah, look, we all want to start the season well, and you know, we finally got one on the board ourselves, so we'll just head into next week and try and win a few more games, and you know, if they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. But we just focus on ourselves.